today's webinar. I think this is the fourth one that we've run now, and we've got a good turnout today, so that's great. So my name is Jacqueline. As Belinda mentioned, I'm part of the value chain team, and we've created the MyCluster platform. I'm the project and business associate, and I've been working closely with the WEAF team, getting them onboarded, and we're seeing great success so far in that. So in just a moment, I'll walk you through the new portal platform. Hopefully some of you are already on the platform and have been able to look around it. For those of you who have used the previous platform, you'll know that it had its limitations and it wasn't always the most user-friendly experience. We heard that feedback loud and clear, and our focus with the new version has been not only to improve usability, but to make the whole experience far more intuitive. So it has essentially been rebuilt from scratch by Nishant, who unfortunately sends his apologies. He's unable to make the call today. But on the new platform, we have already received a lot of positive feedback, but we are always looking for more to help shape the platform further. So please feel free to share any thoughts after you've had a chance to explore it, and we can answer any questions as we're going along or at the end as well. So the first thing I want to mention is invites. So we use a platform called SendGrid to manage all emails, including notifications. It's secure and reliable, but as with any email system, messages can sometimes be affected by filters or blockers. So if you encounter any issues and you don't receive the invites when they've been sent, then we do have workarounds in place. So do reach out to the WEAF team on that, and we can get you on the platform. Okay, I'll just share my screen. Can everyone see that okay? Yep, okay, perfect. So this is what you will see when you first log into the platform. This is the dashboard. One of the first things we recommend you do is complete your profiles. You'll see on the right-hand side your profile and organization profile. So definitely fill those in as soon as you get in there. I know we don't like the tedious admin tasks, but trust me, it helps the platform run better, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go as well. So if you go into your profile, it is very straightforward and it's quick to do. So you can put in your role, LinkedIn profile if you have one, and any areas of interest. And you can also put your profile image as well. You can also see the view of your profile. Apologies, mine's not looking too populated at the moment, and then save any changes. If you are organization admin, which I assume the majority, if not all of you will be, then you have the option to edit your organization profile as well. So a few bits of feedback that we've had from the previous webinars is the request to add the LinkedIn organization, which you can see we've done here, as well as the ability to add documents such as leaflets, etc., to go with your organization profile as well. So that's just to give you an idea that we do take any sort of feature requests on board, and we are very hands-on in working with the team and the members to upgrade it wherever we can. So one of the most important things I say is to definitely complete your capabilities, as this does feed into other areas of the platform. In future, we're hoping to, one idea is bring some of the Innovate UK sort of projects into the system, and bring in some AI where we can match your capabilities to those sorts of opportunities. So definitely put those capabilities in as soon as you have the chance. We also look at other areas such as products and services, etc. And that's just to give a brief overview. Okay, so if we then take a further look at the dashboard, you'll see the announcement section. So any key announcements that the WEAF team push out, you can see here on the front page. If you scroll then a bit further down, you get the Knowledge Hub updates as well as upcoming events. So what this is essentially doing is bringing the sort of new content from certain areas of the platform up to the dashboard, just so you can get a quick overview of what's new within the platform. And you can dive into those as well. Okay, so as I've mentioned, we do have organization admins, which most of you will be. If you go into the invite user section, this is where you can manage your organization members by adding or removing any users. So you can manage that here. So simply go to the invite user, type the email and other details in. If you want that member of your team to also be an organization admin, do make sure that you select this button here. That will then give them the option as well to add other members of the team or update your organization profile. And then we've got the send invitation email down here as well. Are there any questions so far?
I think Ryan has
Nope.
one.
Nope. Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, I've just popped one in the chat bar then, and I'm just interested in the documentation upload. Is there a way that I've just tried logging in, but it won't let me look at the moment for some reason. But I was wondering, does it have expiry dates on there and notifications? I'm just thinking around ISO certifications, AS, and bits and pieces like that.
Okay, no, not currently. It doesn't have any expiry dates, etc. But you can fully manage the documents within your team. But if you do have any suggestions around that, once you do get to try out the feature, then please pop those over to the WEAF team, and we can take that further. Then I hope that helps.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Ryan.
Jacqueline, can I just ask?
Yeah,
I've probably been told it many times. Are they limited? Are our members limited to how many users they can add?
no limitations on that,
limitations.
Belinda.
Fantastic. Yep. Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, so one of the next things I recommend you do once you get onto the platform is go into the introduction section. It is worth noting that you can only post your introduction once. And with every section, you have a little input box at the top, which is our sort of best practices or guidelines on how the WEAF team would like you to use that particular section. So the introduction section is a way for you to get to know your fellow community members through personal introductions, so you can share your background, enterprise and interest to connect with like-minded professionals and build meaningful relationships within the network. So as you can see, it is quite a popular section already for some of the WEAF members, which is great to see. You can also engage with any introductions by liking or commenting. One way to share your introduction is up here as well. You can also sort by latest, most popular, or most commented. If you find that someone is of interest, you can click on their profile here. And then you can also, one feature is request an introduction. So we have worked with the WEAF team closely on this, and I have improved this feature very, very recently. So how it works is you have 3 introduction requests within a 2-week period. This can be amended by the WEAF team in the background, but this is what the default is currently set to. So just bear that in mind when you do come to requesting introductions, there is a limit for 3 within a 2-week period. So if you do use this feature, then you should also be aware of the My Requests section down here at the bottom of the menu. So if I could just go into that, this is where you can keep track of all of your introduction requests and the status of those requests. So what essentially happens when you request an introduction is that request will be sent to the WEAF team to manage within the platform. They can review your request, and based on whether they think there's any synergies between the 2 members, they can either approve or reject that request. So you will be able to see whether it's pending, approved, rejected, or completed. If it is rejected, then the WEAF team will provide a reason as to why they have rejected that request. But yeah, you can see all of that within this section. If you go into how it works as well, it gives you a little bit more of an overview just in case you forget or I'm not explaining it entirely well. But yeah, hopefully you find that that's a really useful feature, and any problems, just give us a shout. Any questions on the request feature? No. Okay, not a problem. So if we then look into organization, so this is a way to view all of the members' profiles within the platform. If you were previously on the old platform, then just to note that we have transferred all of the data across. So when you sign in, your profile should already be complete. But as I've said, you can go in and amend anything that's out of date, etc. So within organizations, you'll see different modes or views, up at the top. So if you go into explore mode, this is something that we did have within our previous platform that a lot of the users did tend to like. So you can go, oh, that's quite a lot. Yeah, let's click out of that one. And then go into sectors. So you can filter by sector, for example. I like to tend to keep it simple and just use these filters here, but we also do have an advanced capability filter. If I first and foremost go into the map view, again, all of this data is pulled in through the organization profile. So it's very important that you, for the map view, for example, have your organization address within the field. It's taken a second to load. But you can also search in this box here, list AZ or Z to A. You can search by sectors, certification or capabilities as well. For some reason, it's not loading. My computer has been playing up, so I do apologize. We can try that later on. But if I just show you an example of what a member profile looks like, clicking into here. So you have the main details, main address, contact, email, website, documents and videos, capabilities, sectors, products, services, certifications, etc. You'll see throughout as well as when we go into the people section, that you don't have access to any email addresses. We like to keep it that way within the platform just to prevent that spam, but that is where the introduction request feature comes in. So if the WEAF team were to approve an introduction request, then that's when you would get access to the email addresses through that. So I hope that makes sense. Do we have any questions so far?
Yeah, I've got a question. You said...
Hi, Paddy.
Sorry, it's Neil. So you said information's been pulled across from the other portal. Does that include the company capabilities as well?
Yes, that does include the capabilities, Neil.
Okay.
But if, any issues, let us know, but everything has been pulled through.
Okay, great.
Okay, if we then go into people, you'll see all of the users on the platform and be able to view their profiles that way. Again, you can search by name or email as well as by organization that way. And then if we go into discussion, again, you can see here, it says, join the conversation with fellow members of our community, share your thoughts, ask questions, and engage in discussions about industry trends, challenges, and opportunities. It's an open space for network and knowledge sharing. You can add a new topic here, images, PDFs, etc. But then you can see as well that quite a few members have been engaging in this section as well. It's sort of like a LinkedIn feed, as you say. Yeah, that's it. That's a great place to post anything that's on your mind. Post what you need is something that's new. It wasn't on the previous platform, but again, it is quite a popular feature. So essentially, if you have anything that you need in terms of maybe a project partner or a specific part for a specific problem, etc., this is where you would post that. So you can connect with the community to find solutions and support for your needs, whether you're looking for expertise, resources, or collaboration opportunities. It's a place to ask for help and engage with fellow members. Again, you can add the new opportunity up here. You can filter by latest, most popular, or deadline approaching. So yeah, hopefully that explains that feature quite well. Next is opportunities. So this is something that only the WEAF team can post within, but you can engage. So discover and engage with various opportunities and grants shared by the community, browse through funding opportunities, collaborations and other commercial possibilities, and then you can mark your interest in any of the opportunities that align with you. You'll see that the WEAF team have put some filters in. So if we were to put WEAF member opportunity, oh, nothing's within that one. So funding, for example, you can view the link to find out a little bit more. If you find that that opportunity aligns with you, you can mark your interest, which will then go to the WEAF team as well, or you can comment and engage with that as well. Clusters. So these are essentially private groups focused on specific topics, and specialized communities allow members to collaborate. So this again is fully managed by the WEAF team. Clusters can either be private or public. You'll see that a lot of them are here. Here are public, and you can just click to join them, and then the WEAF team will accept. I'm not sure if one of the WEAF team would like to explain a bit more about the cluster setup currently, Emily, or?
Yeah, I can jump in there. So currently the clusters are set up in the regional sort of formation, as you guys will probably be aware of. When we do the cluster events, we go to different parts of the region. So we've got those set up on the cluster. You'll find that there'll be event resources and people that have joined those meetings in the specific clusters. We've also got one for the Empowering Women in the Workplace series, along with the action groups that we're setting up and working on. So as Jacqueline said, if you're interested in joining any of them, just click on it, and we'll let you in. Obviously, we do just double check that it's a relevant one for you, but yeah, that's how you join them.
Perfect, thanks, Emily.
No
I don't
worries.
have the option to show you inside what a cluster would look like currently, but essentially it's just a small version of the platform in the cluster. So you have the ability to have a discussion within the cluster, as well as events specific to the cluster you'll find there, etc., etc. So moving on to the events calendar, and this is all of the events that the WEAF team will push out onto the platform. You can click on to find a little bit more about that event and RSVP via the platform as well. A very new feature that we've added is for the ability for the members to submit events for the WEAF team to then approve or reject as well. So if you have an event that you think the WEAF members should attend, then please do submit that for the WEAF team to then review. Again, you have the ability to filter by time, location, RSVP, and you can sort by date, title, or location there as well. So definitely check that out. Going on to the Knowledge Hub. So again, this is an area that the WEAF team manage. It's not a place where the WEAF members can post, but definitely check it out, as yeah, there's quite a lot of resources that the WEAF team do push out. You can view and download any of the documents or click on them to find out more. We do have different view options as well. So if you find that you like to look at folders more than lists, then yeah, crack on and change that. And then going into useful links again, so this is managed by the WEAF team. Any links that they find are useful for members, they will put here. So keep an eye out on that as well. So that's the platform on a high level overview. We do have a help section as well with a couple of videos that we'll be looking to put out more. So if you want help getting started, forgotten password, etc., all of the fun things, then do look within the help section as well. If you go up to the top, you'll see the notification bar, so you can keep track of all of the notifications via the platform. Those that are on the platform currently, you might have noticed that we do have a morning report email that goes out well, every day, and just to keep you in the loop of what's changed on the platform and what's going on. So hopefully you find those useful. And then if you also click on your name, again, you'll have the option to edit your profile or organization, log out or go into notification sections. Yep, so that's a brief overview of the platform. Hopefully you've seen some areas that you'll find are very useful. If you have been on the platform so far, hopefully you're finding it beneficial. And yeah, again, if you have any feedback or feature requests, please feel free to speak to myself or the team, and we'll look at what we can do on that front. So yeah, I'll open the floor for any questions.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Has anybody got any questions, any problems that they're challenging, or?
If not, I'll take that as a good sign, because hopefully it means that the platform is quite straightforward, which is always the aim.
I do know that Pagu's having some problems logging in, I think, because we've sent him 2 invitations as we've been on the call and he still can't receive them. So is that a spam issue?
Potentially. If you could check your spam, Pagu.
I did, and I don't see it in spam either, so that's why I was thinking what else we could do. Do we try a different email address? Maybe I'll give my personal email address and see whether it works, or...
No, that's not a problem. What I'll do, leave that with me. I'll check in the background, but I'll make a note of that and I'll reach out to the WEAF team on that as well. So not a problem. Leave that with me. We'll get you access shortly.
Thank you.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah, thanks ever so much for the presentation of the platform. You mentioned there's a facility whereby you can kind of upload documents, company presentations and the like. Could you just show me again whereabouts you can do that?
Of course. So if you go into the top right and edit organization, there's a document section here. So if I just show you briefly, so you can add your first document. Hopefully that helps. You can also add categories and the type. So if it's a video, URL, etc.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
And Matthew, you do have quite a few small events that you actually push out on social media. So please send them over to us and we'll be more than happy to put them on. On the actual portal, or is he able to put them on himself?
Yep. So if you go into the events calendar, you can submit an event there, and that will then be sent to the WEAF team to approve.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
It's okay. No problem. Anybody else? Neil, have you got any? Are you on? I can see that you've. Yeah, you're on.
No, I'm going to fiddle around with it on Friday, where I've got a lot of time to have a look at it, and so no, until then, I've got no questions.
Please shout out if you've got a problem, though.
Yeah, if it's been idiot-proof, then yeah.
It's a lot more easier to use than the previous one. That was very clunky and very difficult to use. Very frustrating, actually, even for me. So it's really good. Yeah, really, really good. Paddy, are you okay? You on?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll have a nosy around there, and if I've got any problems, I will come back. But that looks very straightforward.
Fantastic. We have it has been very successful. We've got buyers that are actually looking into the big primes, and the 2 tier 1s they do actually use this as a search for commodities and everything, capabilities, all of it. So even right down to a bolt. And if it's a service, they also use it as well. You'd be surprised, but quite a lot of them still use Google. So this is a breath of fresh air for them. So please keep your shop window updated and as much information as you can possibly have on there of what you actually do and what you can offer them. And it's not only just supply chain for the primes, it's actually moving it downwards as well, tier 1s, tier 2s. So please make sure, I do urge you to keep it updated and as much information on you guys as possible. Brilliant. Is there anything else that you need to know? Everyone happy?
Yeah, happy.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you very much, Jacqueline, for your time, and thank you, members, for your time, and hopefully we'll see you on the 19th of February. Please reach out if you've got anything or any problems, or you want just to get in contact with the team over something else. We're always here to help you. Have a really good day. Take care.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye.